Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a great Monday. As for me, it was not too bad. But being that it is Monday means it's spooky places. And this week we shall visit Florida again for part 2. In the first place we will be stopping this week, Brevard County, Marriott Island, Crooked Mile Road, 18th century haunting of a church in a graveyard. Hands have been known to come out of the graves to those who have entered the graveyard, and people still make rituals to their beloveds. One person actually reported a hallucination, but actually saw somebody their family knew as a mentally ill person who was after their family for a long time. A little weird. We now move on to Clearwater, the Royalty Theater. The theater is said to have been haunted by 3 different spirits. The first was an aged man with a goatee dressed in a blue coat with a fisherman's hat. The owner himself reported sightings of the captain, as many of the theater referred to him. The second is a previous manager of the old theater. It is said that this spirit, Bill, was robbed and killed in the balcony by drunken tourists because he was believed to be a homosexual. And the third is a young girl believed to be between the ages of 9 and 12. She has been described as a friendly spirit who watches over the theater and all within it. There have been numerous reports of alarms going off in the middle of the night when no one had come near the theater at all. Chandeliers swinging during and after performances, and mists or orbs showing up in random pictures taken at the theater. And we move to the Coral Gables area of Florida, the Biltmore Hotel. Construction workers were fearful during the renovation of the Biltmore Hotel, a historic landmark building in Miami. It was once a veterans hospital and had other previous uses. Stories and things moving inexplicably and the sort. A receptionist who works there and lives nearby told of how once she got into the elevator and didn't press a selection, and that the elevator went to one of the floors that at the time was not being used. It is known as the bridal floor, as a death occurred in a honeymooner's stay. People report of seeing the bride's ghost at the floor. The fact is that the elevator was disabled to stop at that floor. Another account of a fellow traveler who stayed often at the hotel stayed with a colleague for 4 nights on business. The colleague said she saw people which the fellow traveler didn't observe. The 2 concluded that the place was haunted. This was on a trip from Miami to New York. This traveler was fairly centered, successful businesswoman who finally said that one should be more afraid of the living than the dead, which she told her colleague to subside her fears. And we move on to Crestview, the Cobb Cemetery. On a normal basis, the cemetery is haunted by a ghost that walks among the graves. At about 1:24 a.m., as the story goes, this ghost is a man, late 80s, retired officer looking for his wife. He appears mostly in February to January. Additional information: the road is between a gas station on Highway 90 and a hairdressing place. Keep going past the church a ways. This road is mostly paved. It's on the left-hand side of the dirt road. It's very narrow, and you can't turn around in it till you're in the cemetery. Apparitions, ghosts of the lynched, and a wandering man. There seem to be a lot of white flashes, like a sheet running, and then it's gone. Well, and our last stop for tonight is Crystal Beach Pier. Some people have reported sightings of a woman hanging from the tree right in front of the pier. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Spooky Places. I'm wishing you all a spooky night.